Hello, you guys. This is SerpentOfTheNight. I am back here playing Vietnam Black Ops. This is level 6 of this mature rated game. So you have been warned and you have been told. So, can I just say, well, I just had audio issues that have been plaguing me trying to record, and they still may or may not be here in this recording. So, yay. Okay, so I wanted to talk more about TVs. Now, okay, let me say this. In my life, there have only been 2 points in time where significantly, I've had cable TV I'm gonna say paid TV because sometimes and one of them was completely by accident, one of them was because of where we lived. So, where we lived, for a time period, just about a 2-year time period, roughly when I was some point in elementary school. So I would have been a first grader, I think. If I'm thinking right, I would have been a first grader for a year, roughly year time period. My family lived in an apartment, and at that point in time, I think it was included with the apartment we got your paid TV, and some of that was your Nickelodeon and whatnot, which, hey, when I was that young, that was really, I really enjoyed it. Hey, being able to watch, SpongeBob and your cartoons. I mean, I can't even tell you all the cartoons that I watched way back when because some of them don't really stick with me. SpongeBob sticks in my memory. And there's a lot of other ones where I honestly don't remember them that well. Maybe if I saw them today, I would remember them, but I honestly, otherwise, don't remember them. So, there's that. But I know there's shows hey, it was neat to watch, some other shows. I really am not super up on remembering all of them. But, okay, so there was that. And then there was a time period, roughly 2 or 3 weeks, where after... Well, okay, I'll explain this. So, there was a really big storm. The tree, that... Okay, well, let me try to say this. Our garage is underneath a big tree, and our antenna was on the garage. During the big storm, the tree knocked, the big limb onto the antenna and got all messed up, and then you couldn't really get signal in that well. So my dad had to go up on the roof of the garage to fix the antenna, which is a fairly easy process to do. It's not that hard to do. But so he goes up there, fixes it, and it gets fixed, and it's completely fine. But then later that day or the next day, I go and rescan the channels. I don't know what made me do it, but they do kind of recommend you do that after adjusting your antenna. So either way, I did that, and then we started getting 20, 30 odd cable channels in. And likely that was because during the storm, again, some tree branches fell down, and likely one of the cable lines must have broke, because that cable lines also ran right close to the garage, to the side of the garage. They were maybe 3 feet away, so maybe 15 feet away from the antenna. And for that time period, we watched, or we had the enjoyment of the cable. Now you can argue that was right or wrong. That was sort of stealing. Well, let me say, we did not purposely go and take the cable line, or like not take the cable line, or well, yeah, you can take the cable line and like split it to be an antenna, or like wrap the antenna around the cable line. We did nothing like that. It was just fixing our antenna on the roof of the garage, nothing special about it. But we started getting in these channels, and so of course we took enjoyment of it as a family, and yeah, it was nice again to have some of those channels. But is it something I would pay for? See, this is the big thing. There are specific shows I would pay for to like watch, like on a monthly basis or something, to support them. Same thing, there are YouTube channels I honestly want to support on like a monthly basis, or artists or other people I want to support, well, maybe not on a monthly basis, but per artwork, per video, per something basis, because I really support what they do, what they believe, and that's just how things are. And there are, you know, cable, what I'd say primarily cable shows such as like Mythbuster, which I would have no issue really spending some money to, I don't know what sort of a system it would be, but to support it / and or watch it. Again, I don't know what kind of a system that would have to be, but I would, like, Mythbusters is one show like that. But just as much, well, there's like shows like, okay, lately I've been watching Rick and Morty, which if you have not watched it, I recommend you at least watch one episode. You may really not enjoy it depending on your sense of humor, but you may really well enjoy it. So that's what I would say. And you can go and watch that for free on Adult Swim. Of course, they limited to X number of episodes, but of course you can always find those episodes that aren't being aired on YouTube or some other video platform, and I'm sure you could probably find them on other places. I'm just saying I've found them on YouTube. But okay, so there's that, and there's shows I wholeheartedly support that. Then there's, you know, one-time shows that you do sort of want to see, but I don't like paying for all the whole big package. And it's something that I think is going to really have to change. It's the same thing like Netflix. I mean, let me say, Netflix is a lot more reasonably priced than, you know, these cable channels or whatnot. And I don't actually have a Netflix subscription, and I may pick it up over the summers sometime, but honestly, so far my summers have been honestly busy to the point where I don't have a ton of time to just watch Netflix. Now that said, I watch plenty of YouTube videos. Yeah, but yeah, that's just how things are. Either way, I just, as for a TV, it's not to say I won't ever in my life buy a big spanking TV because, oh, we want to watch movies on it at home, or a really nice home theater setup or whatever. Because I may very well do that at something. I'm not going to put in a limiting factor like that. But I just don't really watch TV that much. Again, there's good things on TV. There's bad things on TV. I think there's a lot of stuff which is very low effort content, which is your reality TV shows, which I don't know why. I mean, I can see if you're really bored some points watching those videos, but otherwise I really don't understand it. So that's all I'm saying. But as for anything else, it's just, I just don't see myself really ever being super big into TVs. And rightfully so. I mean, again, okay, the whole story, after I broke, I'm not going into all separate stories, but so after I broke family TV by turning it on, which I really didn't break it, it broke itself somehow. I really don't know how, but it broke itself. There was a good time period of, let me see, it was 3 or 4 years where simply my family did not have a TV. And you may say that's why I'm not big into TV. And well, that may be part of it, because hey, I didn't have TV for a good time period. I'm not gonna, who knows? TV is TV, and there's stuff on TV I really enjoy, but there's a lot of stuff on TV I honestly would not really recommend watching. Just don't. I don't know why it's made in the first place. That's just that. So on to another topic that I want to talk about, Reddit. Now, if you've never been on Reddit, I do not recommend going to Reddit. There are other sites that are similar to Reddit that are better sites, and that's just what I'll say. Now, Reddit has some good things about it, some really good attributes. There are some amazing stories sometimes. There are some amazing people, and there are, again, some really good subreddits on Reddit that I do recommend you check out, but I'm not going to name any specifics. But then again, there's a lot of your not safe for work content on Reddit. And that's how it always is. There's some of that you do not want to see. I don't know who makes this content, honestly. And then there's other content which it's just kind of one of these things. Okay, I don't care. I mean, you can have your subreddit. And then, of course, there's communities like PC Master Race. Now, that may sound like a thing like, oh, I'm a PC Master Race. And I would rightfully say, yes, by PC Master Race. Yes, my personal computer right now, which I have running, is way better than any of the current consoles. Just flat out, simply way better. And yes, I've spent actually I didn't total that up, but I'm pretty sure I've spent, again, well, if I had bought both the consoles and a couple of games and whatnot, I'd be roughly around the price of my computer. So I'm talking your PS4, Xbox One. That's what I'm talking about. And yet, I currently have a PS4 and Xbox One game sitting on my shelf. That's another whole story. That's for another day. But you can find that. And that's for another day. That's not done. There's a lot more behind that. But it's not done. And I'm not even actively working on it. But, so, yes, this computer is way better. It can play videos way better. It can, not play, well, yes, it can play videos better, but it can play video games better. Either way, that's an obvious point. I spent more money. It's more a specific design. Hey, I specifically designed one of the main aspects of it is that I was really planning, and I haven't really yet, but one of the big things, planning to get in 3D rendering. I haven't really done a ton of that yet, but that's one thing I planned it. Well, I guess it's going to have to be in another episode probably, but Reddit has its goods and downs. But what I was going to say, I may do some weird Ask Reddit live stream or video content in the future, and that may make my decision on whether or not I keep Reddit. Anyway, this is Serpent of the Night, and thanks for watching.